Hello from Costa Rica, it's John,
And Meg.
and we want to invite you along for our 2016 Year in Review journey.
We'd love to first express our sincere gratitude to everyone who has loved, prayed for, and supported us throughout the year.
As the year started, we participated in the Young Life All-Staff Conference where we celebrated and learned alongside staff from all over the world. We also attended training in Colorado with staff who would deploy internationally to share and be equipped to handle the challenges of living in a new country and culture.
Early this spring, by God's gracious provision, we moved to a new home right across the street from the University of Costa Rica. We love living so close to campus, even though we frequently have to wash ash off our car from the nearby active volcanoes and traffic can be crazy. But this adorable little sloth is our neighbor, and campus is an oasis in the middle of a busy city. The university has its own unique, dynamic culture, and the students are wonderful. Students frequently come over to relax, study, and socialize. Y siempre hablamos en español. We always speak in Spanish.
We've formed a great university leadership team and have been able to network with dozens of students this year. We hosted a university ministry brainstorming retreat for college students already connected with other branches of Young Life here in Costa Rica.
John took a group of university students on an adventure river hike.
And Meg has organized many Bible studies that we lead multiple times a week on campus. We also have helped with other areas of the Young Life ministry across the nation, including Young Lives, the ministry branch for adolescent mothers, and Capernaum, which reaches youth with disabilities.
Traditional Young Life clubs are always a lot of fun, and we've been helping our area build bridges with a local high school that have opened their doors to the ministry. John even got to share a little of his testimony in Spanish in front of hundreds of students.
We've spent a lot of time with leaders and directors from our area, many who have become close friends. We frequently host meetings, prayer nights, movie nights, and game nights in our home.
Four times a year, all Young Life areas come together for mega events where 500 plus kids get to enjoy fun games and activities. These all-area events give kids the freedom to be kids, experiencing genuine joy in the midst of the challenges of living in an increasingly difficult world. Every mega event always concludes with a clear message of the gospel and the hope we have in Jesus.
We attended 2 camps this year. The first outreach camp provided us with the opportunity to serve on the work crew and demonstrate God's love by cleaning facilities and prepping and serving meals.
John was even part of the program using his NASA connections to help entertain the campers.
The second camp was for students who were interested in growing in their relationships with Christ, and participation is a stepping stone to becoming a Young Life leader one day. The beautiful camp, tucked away in the mountains, even had adventure activities. There are ample opportunities for worship and to be encouraged and challenged by messages about faith, family, and friends.
The president of Costa Rica even surprised us with an impromptu visit, and he only had good things to say about Young Life on his Facebook post.
We traveled to Nicaragua's Young Life camp, La Finca, for the annual Area Directors Training Week with directors from the 7 Central America countries. Rather than sitting in class listening to lectures, we broke into 5 teams and deployed to 5 different cities to start Young Life from scratch in just 3 days. It was truly amazing that in just a few days we were able to make contact with kids, start club, and train local leaders and adults who will continue leading Young Life in the communities. It was the epitome of hands-on training.
After the week of training, John and I stayed in Nicaragua to visit and learn from Young Life leaders operating on 4 different university campuses. Back home in Costa Rica, we've continued to build friendships with both Costa Ricans and other missionaries in our community. We were blessed with special visitors from the States too, including Michelle, a former Young Life kid and now leader who got to experience firsthand the wonderful craziness of a local Costa Rica club.
We remotely led campaigners with our former Houston area, and even got to visit some old Young Life friends during our quick trip to Houston this summer. Meg is an aunt many times over with all our Chicago friends, and we were blessed to visit family both back in the States and host them here in Costa Rica.
In John's free time, he has been building furniture and cozy additions to make our house a home. To stay in shape, he plays a lot of Ultimate Frisbee and even won his first international Ultimate tournament this summer. He's fallen in love with rock climbing, along with the views and the friendships that come with it. He even squeezed in a few scuba trips, including one to Belize with his sister Kara. John's the unofficial Young Life photographer, frequently behind the camera to capture great moments and record the stories of how Young Life has impacted so many lives. He had a chance to catch a Cubs game at Wrigley where Ben Zobrist hit him a foul ball and then signed it.
We of course followed our Cubbies from Costa Rica to a World Series championship. We went to a Costa Rican national soccer team match and celebrated the 4-0 victory with friends. Meg's daily routine starts with a cup of coffee, the Bible, and puppies in the hammock room. She takes Kibo and PJ on a lot of walks around campus, and she's been enjoying running through the beautiful trails close to home, frequently taking students on coffee dates, and of course, still enjoys some ice cream with her sprinkles.
We got to play with 700 dogs at a reserve for strays just north of San Jose. We've taken our pups on many hikes as we've explored the beauty Costa Rica has to offer. It's a dynamic and developing nation, rich with culture and natural wonders. We've really enjoyed the food and the views. Even Kibo and PJ have been able to enjoy the fresh produce from our favorite farmers market, where we get most of our groceries each week. They've become even closer since moving overseas, and Kibo still isn't convinced he lives in a tropical country.
They still love to play, hike, and run. They've made new friends and had many adventures. This year, they even got to open their own Christmas presents.
Costa Rica has become our home for this chapter of life, and we are thankful that you all have been a special part of our lives over this past year. We wish you a wonderful 2017, and we look forward to sharing with you our next adventures on this exciting journey. Los extrañamos y los queremos. We miss you and we love you.